Okay, Year 13, we're going to look at introducing you now to the online tool called Google Classroom that we're switching over to for individual project. We won't be using Edmodo anymore, so we're going to make a clean break with Google Classroom. The school's recently signed up to this and paid for you all to have Google accounts, which you've been given. I'm going to show you now how Google Classroom works. Similar to Edmodo, probably less complicated and a bit of a cleaner interface than Edmodo. So you need to abandon Edmodo now and switch over to this for the remainder of this course, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate now how you would go about logging in and signing up to the individual project account, okay? So when you go on to Google Chrome on one of the machines and go on to sign in, okay? Now I've got a dummy account here called 00blogsj at clearandcomprehensive.net. It's a student account, so it looks the same, so I'm not logging in with a teacher account. You should have this login. It should be your username that you use to get on the school system at clearandcomprehensive.net. If you've not used it before, password should be password, and you'll be prompted to change it to something familiar and something more secure. So please try to remember that. If you've forgotten your password, you'll have to see myself to reset it. Okay? So that password's been saved in there. Click sign in, and in we go, and you've got the Google account here. A little icon will pop up over here, J for Joe Blogs, Joel Blogs as I've got. And we've got the grid out here, which has got the Google Apps in it. So this will look familiar to you. If you scroll down and go to even more Google, okay, it doesn't always show up, and I'm not quite sure why Google Classroom, because we have signed for it. It seems to sometimes be there and sometimes not be in the list of apps that we've got. It just seems to be one of those things. Not sure why, not sure if there's a bug in it or something. If you can't find it, like has just happened to me, okay, up here, just go in here and type Google. Now you're logged in. Google, better spell it right, Google Classroom, okay, like that. You should find it there, and you should be able to click on it, and it'll take you through to Google Classroom there. Okay, now I've actually signed up to the Advanced WBQ project because I tested this earlier to see if it would work. So you can see that it was set up by me on my account, and this is what you'll see here because I'm basically the teacher that's created this account here. Everybody in Year 13 should have access to this because this will be the portal to all your resources, advice, videos, PowerPoints, all broken down by topic for this. So if you're ever at home working and you need some help, some information, you'd find it through this. Your individual teacher may set up their own classroom for your particular group like they did with Edmodo. They'll give you a code for that. To sign up for this particular account, you won't see this bit here because I've signed up for it. If I go up to the plus here, enter class code to join, just like I did before, the class code for this is X58X9GS. Okay? And you push join, and it's going to say, oh, you're already in this class. But it would do the same to you. It wouldn't do that to you, you'd have this here. So you're now part of the Google Classroom here. So let's go and have a little look at it. I'll show you around it. So this is the main interface. At the top here you'll see the teachers assigned to it. So at the moment Miss Samuels, Mrs Davis are part of this group and I've created it. This left hand corner will show when there are deadlines. Now I will be setting interim deadlines for different parts of these that will come up, and you'll be able to view those in the calendar as they come through. Okay, so I'll quickly go and show you that. So we'll go across the About here, and you'll have the Google Drive folder. So when I start adding resources, I'm about to add them shortly after making this video, they will be in this Google Drive. You can click on them and add them to your own Google Drive, download them to your computer. They're always accessible to you. Okay, all you ever need to work on your project is a PC or Mac or anything that's connected to the internet, because everything will be done cloud-based through the internet, through Google Apps. Okay, so you'll be able to work on this at home quite easily. So that's where some information will be held. Okay, and down here we've also got two calendar views. We've got Viewing Classroom and Opening Google Calendar. So if we go to Viewing Classroom, these will only appear once I set assignments or mini assignments. Okay, deadlines will appear in this, and there's one there already because I have already set one. for you. So we'll have, so this is I'm at home on Saturday recording this now, and it's the 7th of January on here. You can flick through and see what's coming up. So no deadlines that week, nothing there, but hopefully, so on Monday the 23rd we will be expecting you to have placed a title for your project and discuss this with your teacher and come up with a title to get started by the 23rd of January. Okay, these deadlines are extremely important. There isn't that much time left. Okay, if I click on that, it'll take me through to the actual work here. So if you have done it, and we can check, mark as done, and we can see it. Remember, because you shared your work with us, we can always view those view your work whenever we want, because you've already shared them with us. You can post things up, but all you would need to do is mark as done, and your teacher can go in and check it and give you some feedback that way. Okay, so there's your first sort of interim deadline. If you want to have a look and see a few others, okay, if you go to the Google Calendar, you click on that, it opens up in the Google Calendars app, so you get most of the stuff. If you clicked on month view up here, you can see where we've got some interim titles. These are provisional for the moment, just in my mind as how we see things progressing, okay, when things should be done by across the different months. And if we go through March and into April, we are looking for project completion on April the 24th. Okay, on Monday, April the 24th for that. That will give a short window for final feedback and a chance to just perhaps improve some marks, move up a grade, etc. Remember, this project is vital. Okay, those of you that, many of you have come and seen me wanting A's and B's, etc. This project is worth 50% of your grade. Okay, so you've got to give it everything and meet these deadlines in order to maximize your chances of doing that. Projects generally written in the last few weeks from students who haven't really been getting on with it bit by bit tend to, well, they have been in the past pretty poor. The ones who work on it from the beginning hard tend to be pretty good. Okay, there's a strong correlation there with doing that. So that's the about part of it. So resources and dates for calendars there. Okay, click on your classmate. So eventually there's only one classmate at the moment, and that's this fake one that I've set up. I'll get rid of soon, but you should all start appearing in there. I will check through this after a cycle of a few lessons and see some students who haven't added themselves to this. You know, there was a few of you with Edmodo that didn't add yourself to all the stuff right towards the end, which was quite surprising. So we're going to make sure that you're doing that. And then the main part is the stream here. So this is where, a bit like sort of Facebook, where things will pop up. On the left hand side, this is a bit neater because these will get quite busy. Okay, all right, these will get very busy. And I know what a lot of you will do. You'll just go and scroll up and down like this and not really read anything and not pick up any information. So what I've tried to do is give you some topics. Okay, there's more on mine. They only appear when I tell them to appear. Okay, as I build them up. So getting started, the teacher will talk you through a lot of this. It works bottom up again, same as Edmodo. So the earliest post, okay, where you start from the bottom and work up to the end, okay. So that's like the beginning of the book at the bottom. Don't start at the top and work down. I know it's a bit counterintuitive, but that's how it works. There's a PowerPoint here that you can open, okay. Your teacher will take you through this, which has got you know, the information on the project for you here. We'll talk you through all of these things and what it's about, how you submit it, how it's assessed, okay, and information on getting started and selecting project titles. Okay, so that's there for you as well. And if you click up here as well in the getting started section, I will start adding more things, okay, but we've got an example on the old system, okay, so that's the front mark sheet. It's out of 72 that we'll do at the end, okay, 8 learning outcomes in here, and then here's a project here. Now this project's has been adapted from the old individual investigation, which was a comparison of Wales with another country. You do not need to do that, Okay, you do not need to compare Wales with somewhere else. You can, but it's not a requirement like it was on the old one. Okay, so this will take you through the different sections. So this is basically what you'll build up in your Google Apps. You'll have all these different headings. We'll give you the headings, you follow them. So we go through abstract, introduction, aims and objectives, rationale, which is the design of it, then the information about aim 1 and putting it together using primary and secondary research. So you'll be expected to be able to develop charts, use charts, interpret information, look at statistics for different places, make comparisons, synthesize all this together to make it look neat. There's the second aim up here where they work their way through these different views and opinions. We've got newspaper articles, all this sort of stuff. 4 aims, there's some more stuff here, more charts, more primary research, and then we got conclusions at the end, so what you found out, and then some evaluation of your working practices with a bibliography on the end. Okay, so that's just you can have a quick look. There is also a commentary of that from WJC, which will tell you how much each learning outcome was given. So learning outcome 1, the introduction, the aims and objectives, the what and the how. So band 3, so it's in the top band, 7 out of 9, some comments and how it could be improved. So studying something like this, you know, if you take some time, if you give yourself half an hour, if you want to do well in this project, give yourself half an hour, go through, analyze and look and get your head around and understand these different parts of it. Okay, you are going to have to show self-discipline and effort outside of lessons. You will not create an A or A star piece of work if that's what you need just through lessons. Lessons will be there to support and help and teach a few key elements that you haven't done so far in the course. But putting things together and researching is vital. So you can see it was a good project, 57 out of 72. I can't tell you what the grade is because it's never been through the system to let us know if 57 out of 72 would be an A or an A star, because there's no prior data to link that to. But it gives you the idea. So the whole project goes through these phases: introduction, aims, objectives, rationale, which is description of methods and justification for choices of how you're going to do things, selecting, collating and evaluating sources. We did a lot of this in the global, collection of sources and evaluating them. So same skills you've used there, the critical thinking, really important coming through in this. This is one area we'll look to teach, which is analysis and display of numerical data. It tends to be quite a sort of a weaker area. We'll do some stuff with that. Some of you went to the stats office and they talked about analysing numerical data. So if you're a mathematician, you should be doing well in this area. And if you want to do better in maths, then you can also do well in this. LO5 is how you synthesize, so putting your work together and analyse it, how it reads, how it writes. The outcome, the presentation of it all is here, how it puts together, and then your conclusions and evaluations at the end. And we'll go through all of these individual parts, and I'll make some videos explaining what each of them are at the time that you need them. The key to success in this is to work hard in lessons and outside of lessons, particularly doing this, getting feedback as much as you can from your teacher in lessons is important, and also meeting the interim deadlines. Okay, so that is over to you. If you are, I am mindful some of you are pretty poor at meeting these deadlines. If you are missing deadlines, your teachers will be telling me, and we will be contacting home a lot. Okay, so make sure you're doing all the stuff that you need to do, and that is Google Classroom. Okay, hopefully it will help you. Always log into it when you're working on your project. Okay, you'll always be using Google anyway, in Google Apps, everything. As long as you've got an internet PC, access to the internet, you've got access to completing your project. Okay, I hope this helps, and good luck choosing your project.